My stepson kicked me out and now he wants a handout. I 37 male met my late wife, our 52 female when she passed back when I was 26 and she was 45. Our relationship was always looked at with disgust because of the age difference or because people thought it was a sham. I was an immigrant and she was a citizen. R had a son, P, from her first marriage. P was 18 when I started dating R. I never had a good relationship with P, but I tolerated him for R whenever he came around. On my 29th birthday, R and I got married and lived in her house. 4 years ago, R passed away in a tragic accident. I was shattered from the loss and barely got through her funeral. But after P found out that R had given him the house, he wanted me out. I knew about R's will and wasn't really interested in the house. But I was not in the mental state where I could look for other accommodations. I asked P to let me stay for just 2 more weeks, but he wouldn't allow it. He wanted the house for himself and his pregnant girlfriend. He also claimed that I had stolen his inheritance because R only left him the house and I got the money and investments. He threw my belongings out like it was trash. It was trash for anyone, but for me it was my memory of R. I didn't have any contact with him ever since. But last week was R's birthday and I went to her grave as I do every year since her passing. I saw P there. I initially didn't say anything, but he greeted me and asked how I was to start some small talk. I kept my responses short and civil. As I was leaving, he asked me to join him for dinner. I refused, but then he asked for my contact. I gave it to him without thinking much about it. A few days ago he calls me to ask if I was interested in buying the house from him. He wanted the money for his business venture. I suggested him to approach a bank as I couldn't help him. Then he reveals that he already has a loan on the house and wants the money to pay off the loan. He also wants me to continue to let him live in the house after the transaction because, as per him, I should ensure that my grandson, his son, has a roof over his head, as that is what I would have wanted. At that moment I just wanted to punch him through the phone. All the painful memories of R came rushing back. The sight of the little trinkets we collected together shattered to pieces was so clearly visible.